We're talking about atomic weapons in connection with police action as distinct from major war, and within that context, you said that you did not think that normally we would use the atomic weapons because you thought they were, you couldn't conceive of an atomic weapon as a police weapon, and there was some further remark there that it was so destructive.
Well,
now,
the difference here, I think, is pretty simple. A police action is not war. A police action is restoring of order. Now, you don't send in bombs to restore order when a riot occurs. You get police people to restore order. Occasionally, there may be a life lost if someone is too tough about it. But when you get into actual war, you've resorted to force for reaching a decision in a particular area. That's what I call war. And whether the war is big or not, if you have the kind of a weapon that can be limited to military use, then I know of no reason why a large explosion shouldn't be used as freely as a small explosion. That's all I was saying last week. But that is different from trying to restore order. And it is, incidentally, if you want to follow some of these things off into the realm of great philosophical conjecture, suppose you won a war by the indiscriminate use of atomic weapons. What would you have left? Now what would you do for your police action, for your occupation and restoration of order and all of the things that needed to be done in the great areas of the world? I repeat, the concept of atomic war is too horrible for man to endure and to practice, and he must find some way out of it. That's all I think about this thing.
I'm a little stupid about this.
Well, I'm glad you didn't say I.
Sir, it would seem to me that there is big war at one end, a real, just local police action in which one person might be killed at the other, and in between what the military people refer to as limited war. The Korean War, in a sense, was a limited war. It was a pretty big limited war. It became. If we got into an issue with the Chinese, say over Matsu and Quemoy, that we wanted to keep limited, do you conceive of using this specific kind of atomic weapon in that situation or not?
Well, Mr. Harsch, I must confess, I cannot answer that question in advance. The only thing I know about war are two things. A, the most changeable factor in war is human nature in its day-by-day manifestation. But the only unchanging factor in war is human nature. And the next thing is that every war is going to astonish you in the way it occurred and the way it's carried out. So that for a man to predict, particularly if he has a responsibility for making decisions, to predict what he's going to use, how he's going to do it, would, I think, exhibit his ignorance of war. That's what I believe. So I think you just have to wait, and that's the kind of prayerful decision that may someday face a president. We're trying to establish conditions where he doesn't.